Hello, everyone. It's your boy, Brandon from Audio Addiction. We're back. We're in 2024. Crazy. And of course, we have Therese, and we brought Alex back from the grave. He's here.
I'm back. I'm
You're
alive.
back. He's
We
alive.
really missed you.
We missed Alex. Listen, we went on a side quest, me and Therese, so it was great.
You guys did good. I caught some of the streams. I was here
Aw,
hanging out when I
you were.
could. Life's normal again. I'm back.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Yeah. Well, we always leave the sea open for you, so. I mean, obviously you started with me, so I feel like you're obliged to have the seat. But yeah, very excited. Thank you to everybody that voted. We're obviously doing part 2 of ATEEZ. If you have not watched part 1, go do that. Would be greatly appreciated if you went to go watch that. But we are going to get into some of the ones we missed out on, which I got to give a shout out to the ATEEZ community because we would have never. We would have probably come back to ATEEZ like on another comeback, but considering they released a music video, as Therese pointed out before we started streaming, like a day or two ago, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess it is timely, which is pretty wild. So
Yeah, I mentioned it in the last video, but ATEEZ is a group that they do like 2 music videos every comeback, and we were only choosing the like winning videos to do for part 1. And
yeah,
thanks to the comments,
well, you got
we're
it.
like, okay, well, there's definitely enough to do a part 2. And if anyone's new here, Brandon's completely new to K-pop, baby
I am, baby.
18y.
Baby.
Alex, how much do you listen to ATEEZ?
Very casually. I think I'd
Solid.
probably have a couple title tracks in my rotation. Not really any B-sides, and there's I would say there's probably like maybe a 70-30 split on like title tracks I've heard, if I had to guess.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in the
Like
same
that.
boat. I hardly ever listen to them much, and then with our last video with part 1, I got really into them because I was like, man, I forgot how good some of these songs were, and then I went into some of the B-sides. So I'm excited. I'm pretty sure I have not seen any of these music videos. I'm sure they'll sound familiar, but I'm excited to see them now that I feel like I know the members a little bit more.
That's fair. I feel like I have not. I know for a fact I haven't watched any of the ATEEZ music videos, but I don't know if I think I did listen to maybe one like full record from them, but I can't remember which one. So if I do remember, I'll let you know.
I remember after we did our part 1, I listened to their most recent album in full, I think once or twice through. As well as like their whole discography on shuffle for a little bit. So I don't know what I heard out of what we're going to listen to today. I don't know like what I'm missing still. So
Yeah,
definitely no music videos.
same. Well, and I also.
I mean,
go on into your
Brandon did watch all of the music videos for the title
did.
tracks, but
I did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the album you were obsessed with was the one with Gorilla and
Yeah.
Cyberpunk and all that.
Cyberpunk, yeah, that was the song I listened to because Therese told me I had to as a rite of passage. So I did go and listen to that. Can say, chef's kiss. So that one comment that said, "Did you check out Cyberpunk?" I did. It was great. But yeah, we're on to round 2. I also want to give a quick plug real fast. If you missed out on Therese and I doing the Mama Awards, that whole video is up. I also included the link to her playlist of the MVs we watched. Well, not MVs, like performances.
The stage performances.
So if you want to watch those, do that. That'd be great. We hope to do more of those in the future. But yeah, it'll probably be like that if we do wind up and end up doing them going further. But I'm going to spare you the expense. We're going to get right into it. This first one is Treasure. Therese, this is off the first ATEEZ album, correct?
It's got to be.
It has to be.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes. I didn't prepare at all for this. I was like, which one have I not seen?
We're going to throw them into a playlist.
I did go chronologically at least.
Okay.
So
that's good.
yeah, this was with Pirate King. in
Ah,
the. I think that was their debut.
yeah, it was the debut is Pirate King. So very cool. Well, it would make sense because they're now back in the sand dunes again. So, all right. Well, guys, we're gonna get into Treasure now. So jump into it. 저기 저 반짝이는 treasure 내게로 손짓하는 treasure 모두가 쫓고 있는 pleasure 점점 더 많이 말아 crazy 한 걸음 위로 간절하지 give me some more 우리의 또 위로 난 누워 내 dream is some more I want you ready 더 이상 don't waste no more Don't waste no more don't waste the worry 딴 도에면 something 지금부터 땅을 집어넣고 빨가는 대로 또 가 anyway 이 지구는 안 하고 또 도화지에 담아 쏜거 팝팝팝 프레시팝 내게 싸가 정면을 탁탁 달달해 녹아버려 1년 뒤에 매스컴은 전부 딱딱 싹다 털어가 전부 뺏어가버려 왜 생각만으로 자꾸 멈춰 함께 발을 맞춰 그곳으로 yeah 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 혹시 하나 rush 세상을 뒤집을 듯이 그 누구도 찾지 못한 곳으로 My treasure 이제 떠나자 저런 곳으로 우리 부르는 저 treasure 어서 떠나자 찾아 떠나자 every day every night We'll live in service 우리는 savage 기도의 세계 We'll live in service 누구도 막지 못해 날 만난다면 no way 한 걸음 더 조금만 더 따뜻해 no 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 한 걸음 더 조금만 더 다를 듯한 그곳을 찾아 Final destination 바로 여기 right I'm a bling bling 내 눈빛을 알아 난 가짜는 우리가 갖게 think about be my bomb 맨날 백등에 냉각방에 안에 걸작들로 눈부실 때 shout up 왜 생각만으로 자꾸 멈춰 함께 발을 맞춰 그곳으로 yeah 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 혹시 하나 rush 세상을 뒤집을 듯이 그 누구도 찾지 못한 곳으로 My treasure 이제 떠나자 저런 곳으로 우리 부르는 저 treasure 어서 떠나자 찾아 떠나자 every day every night We'll be savage yeah yeah 우리는 savage yeah yeah 지도에 사긴 We'll be savage 누구도 막지 못해 날 만난다면 no way 저기 저 반짝이는 별을 줘 손으로 잡아봐 꿈속에서
Like this bridge.
보던 너를 찾아 계속 우릴 비추는 스타일라 지금 이 순간 난 너 하나만 원해 잠시 시간이 됐어 이상은 못 믿어 왜난 못 믿어 I don't give a anything 우리 둘이라면 됐지 완전 준비됐지 Let's get it ready set down 이제 떠나자 저런 곳으로 우리 부르는 저 treasure 어서 떠나자 찾아 떠나자 every day every night We'll live in service 우리는 savage 기도의 세계 We'll live in service 누구도 막지 못해 날 만난다면 no way All right, guys. That was Treasure. Oh, we're gonna stop that here. I enjoyed that one a lot, actually. I think I might have enjoyed it more than the first Pirate King.
I was gonna say the same thing.
I thought it was great. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that one. I'm surprised, honestly surprised that one came up higher. Like I imagine they vote on like who picks, but I'm curious on like how that process goes. Like, do they have like a poll? Like, if anybody, if that's
I think it was.
AT Stan, let me know.
I think previously it was in their like fan app,
Okay.
and or maybe on like V Live, but it's changed since then. I think because
Do
now
they
they're
still-
on.
Do they still vote or no?
Think.
Does anybody know? Let us
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
Chat.
I'm curious.
Yes, this is the first
Isn't
video.
it
of the night.
is it not the group that votes? Because they they would ultimately have to decide that before release, right?
No, they filmed both off the get-go,
Okay.
and then the fans vote on which one
So
gets released as their promoting track, I think.
Okay.
before the songs are out, though.
Yeah, like I think I looked it up once where they show snippets of the songs and like vote
Oh,
on
okay,
which ones.
okay.
Okay. It looks like Lovely Flowers says for their debut release, they released both, but Treasure was the main since it had the official MV. Pirate King was the subtitle track, I think.
Ooh.
And Fluffy Snack says last time they had us vote for title tracks was in 2021, I believe. Very cool. Okay, well,
Ah,
thank you
okay.
both.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, they let the fans vote and they give them like snippets of the song to listen to,
Okay.
say
Cool.
this one or this one.
that makes sense.
Um,
Okay.
hmm.
Alex, you look like you're toying over here, so I thought maybe you had some more thoughts.
um, I I was just trying to like kind of think about the two songs in comparison with each other.
Okay.
I actually like Pirate King better.
Mm.
Um, and I also liked this song as well. Uh, just in comparison, I think, well, I guess this song was the title track, so it did win.
Correct. Yeah, I think
So I was
we
gonna, what I was
we
going,
did the
I
wrong. I
was
think we might have did
yeah,
the
I was
wrong one.
going
Yeah.
to say that I understand why it didn't get voted as the main track, but apparently it did. Um, I thought it was pretty enjoyable all the way through. Like I think that like the rap verses were pretty solid. I
Hmm.
think that the vocals, especially like the vocal runs towards the end, were really nice. Um, like the rapping ad libs that came sort of towards the end of the choruses were pretty good. I think notably like I enjoyed Jun's uh verses a lot in this. Um, verses. I'm sorry. What's the other rapper's name with the deeper voice?
Uh,
Is it
starts with an M. Wait,
I'm gonna
I
look
know
it up.
this.
yeah, everyone, guys in chat, help me out with names, please. I'm so bad with members. Mingy, thank you, thank you.
Mingy.
Yes,
Yeah.
Minky.
Um, I think I preferred Jun's tone, rap tone in this over Mingy's, just because the lighter feeling of the song overall. It had like a very like light EDM vibe to it.
Hmm.
Not to say that like he didn't fit in with the song or anything. He sounds great, but I guess the only issue that I kind of had with the song is that I think it has some really odd transitions into like different EDM styles
I did
that
notice
sort
that.
of
Yeah.
come a little out of left field. Like it has like a sort of slow, um, future bassy kind of chorus, and then like the second verse sort of just goes into like house. Like it picks up
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
really quickly, almost it's a little like jarring. Um, so I think maybe like transitions could have helped out with that a little bit better. But other than that, I thought it was pretty enjoyable.
I would agree. I'm not surprised we flip flopped on the first ATEEZ part one, but yeah, this one definitely seems like more of a title track, which is great because I think this one I enjoyed out of the two more. Maybe I have to go back and listen to Pirate King again because it's been a little bit since I actually listened to it, but I can just kind of tell, and this maybe isn't more so a nod at like recency bias because I just listened to this song, but I just think structurally it was a little bit more like more attuned to what I enjoy already, which is like kind of that like as Alex mentioned that kind of like slower EDM kind of feel. I think having a precursor to ATEEZ already, I think it gave me a little bit better of an idea of like why I enjoyed it, which is like
Mhm.
I think they really know how to structure out a song super well where like you get some really great like rap portions of the song. The vocals are also really on point as well. But I also can tell that this is like obviously very early on in their career, so in terms of like them finding their sound, it would make sense that like in terms of like tonally they're like kind of keeping it a little bit more on the low key end of things, and then obviously I know where they end up, so it's a little bit different on that end. But yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. I think this EP I'll have to give more of a listen to now that normally what I'll do is if I listen to all the title tracks, and I'll try to go and listen to each album in full in my free time, which is at my job now. So so I try to go through and listen to like full albums, and then normally I'll text the group chat and be like, oh my god, this is great, I love this EP. So I'll keep you guys posted in the comments as well of this video. But yeah, really enjoyed this one. Therese, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'll agree. I like this better than Pirate King. I think has a lot more of a full sound, which I know wasn't the point of Pirate King. It was more like beat focused.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate their vocals, knowing that they're such good singers, especially Jungho. Like Jungho would be Junghoing, and but I love it every time. But yeah, I really liked the switch ups. Like there was this one, I think it was a rap after the first chorus or the first breakdown, and it brought in some like chimes in the background or something. It like switched up a lot. I didn't notice the transitions as much as you might have, Alex, but I thought it was really fun.
The bridge was great too.
It was fun.
Shout outs to the bridge. That was really a nice, like, mellow kind of chill part of the song, and I thought that was really well done. So I don't know. I'm curious what people's thoughts are on like their first release, because I feel like with groups, and Therese and Alex and I had a chat about this in like our group chat, which was just like how, like, you know, if you're a newer group like starting out, you're like, I just want them to be great. I just want them to be like insane. I need them to be like crazy where they're at now. But I kind of like the process, you know. I like to get I'm the nuts and bolts type of guy, you know. I like kind of figuring out where they're going to be heading, and like this was cool. Obviously part 1 of ATEEZ was really fun, so it's cool to kind of revisit it and listen to songs that I haven't listened to in a little bit, and obviously new ones here. So very, very cool. Some comments. They apparently don't do voting anymore. So I'm curious as to why. I guess they may not have a platform to do it in that sort of capacity, I guess, anymore. And then A Lovely Flower says that Pirate King was the one that blew up more. For their newest album, they're releasing music videos of all the unit songs. They are being released within the next couple weeks. Okay, so that makes sense as to why we included, I believe, one of them. I'm pretty sure. So very nice.
Yeah, we have MATS. Is that what it stands for? Something, I'm sure.
Okay.
But that's added on, and I'm really excited because that was the one on the album that I liked, maybe more than Crazy Form, but nah, I don't know. That was the other one that I really liked on the album.
Fair enough. Well, if you guys are good, I think we'll move on to the next one, which is Holla Holla. So
Sure.
Let's get into it.
These outfits are crazy.
The fits are crazy, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
I really didn't recognize the beginning of this song, but now I know.
This isn't helping me figure out who's doing what.
No, not at all. That's fine. We don't need to know. Okay, that's Jungho.
Oh, that's Jungho. I love that. Shout outs. Oh. What?
Oh no.
Is that it?
All right. That was Holla Holla, guys. Thanks for joining us here.
Wow.
That was an interesting ending.
Yeah.
Abrupt.
Giving me Joker from the Heath Ledger Joker kind of vibes, you know?
Oh yeah.
A little.
I mean, you can tell that they're amazing performers because they were completely covered up and yet they were slaying. They were like doing the mascot acting, you know, where you act with your whole body, because there were times when it looked like they were going to get into a fight and then like they break it apart to do more dancing.
Yeah, like the shirt grab and like pushed out. Like I was like, God.
Yeah.
Like, damn, girl.
Oh,
Okay.
I really like this song. I remember I've listened to it a lot before because it's so like the melody of it, the
Yeah.
it tickles your brain so good. And then the beat just like, oh yeah, that's fun. That's a good song.
I'm gonna remember that. That's gonna be your quote for this year, I think, Therese. Unless you could top
What tickles your brain?
It tickles your brain.
You haven't heard that?
I've never heard of that.
It's something people say for sure.
I've heard it before. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to gaslight you or anything. I just
No, I'm not that creative, so I don't want you to give me credit.
I'm trying to give you credit, Therese. So, I like this one. This one I think took a little bit. That initial part of the song. I was like, are they starting the song off like this? Like, what are we doing? And then it was like a precursor to the chorus. So that was really interesting. I don't think we've really. From what my knowledge is, I don't think we've seen any performance videos from ATEEZ when we did part 1. To my knowledge, I think we only did the MVs.
There might have been a couple.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, you got it. Well, we did watch their Kingdom performance.
Yeah, we did watch the Kingdom performance. That's true.
Yeah.
Though I will say that this was like earlier. I imagine earlier than their Kingdom performance, but like this was great. I think I think this one really, obviously the performance versions always utilize like their dancing abilities, but I think this song would just like to me being able to experience ATEEZ in concert, I feel like this song just must go like insanely hard. You know, like it gave me that
Mm-hmm.
vibe that I was like, man, this shit must go crazy. So,
Yeah.
I love
Well, we've
that.
got a few performance versions today, so I'm excited.
Oh, let's go. We love it. We love it. I will also say, and Logan, shout out to Logan. He said this in the chat. Hung Jung's mullet era is iconic, but I hate mullets with a passion. As someone who doesn't have a mullet, I was like, it's kind of sick. Even though I feel like I could pass off as if I do have a mullet, even though I don't. So, um, I but in terms of the actual like song performance, that like first part of the song was great. I think Therese pointed out who it was. But
Hmm.
man, the vocal performance on that was just like wild, and this one was definitely more about like the energy, the performance aspect of things. So gotta give flowers what I can give them. So, but yeah, this was great. I enjoyed this one a lot. Alex.
I also enjoyed this one a lot. I think like I wasn't 100% sold on it until the change up in the tempo, well,
Yes.
the double time in
The
the
double
chorus
time.
came in.
Yeah.
I think that's when it like solidified like, oh, okay, like this is there's more to this. We're like doing,
Hmm.
double time, we're having more fun. That's when it kind of like locked in. I'm like, oh, this is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite part of the song, I think, is Jungho's vocals in the pre-chorus,
Ooh, yeah.
which is like, I don't
Deep
know,
in
the
my
man,
heart, deep
yeah,
in my
the man
soul.
just sounds like he like naturally it just like sings through a megaphone. It's crazy. I don't know,
Oh,
Yeah.
like the projection that comes through the recording so well of like how powerful of a singer he is. Whereas
I
like they
wonder how
could,
far away he
that's
has
what I'm
to
saying.
hold the
Like
mic.
they could like turn his vocals down so much in the mix, and he would still just sound loud as hell
is the
because of
projection.
like
Yeah.
how crazy his vocals are. So hearing him come in with like that blast of energy right before the
Oh,
chorus is
yeah.
like such a good job of like hyping up, and like it's him instantly. You're like, oh my god, all right, this is so hype. Um, so that was like the highlight of the song for me, and I think there were also like a bunch of other really other memorable parts, but his parts were so standout that they kind of like take the attention away in a good way. Something I really liked about the video was towards the end when one of the members spray painted
That's
the
the
camera
camera. Yeah.
lens,
Hmm.
and then the following footage after that all had like the red lighting and the red tint to it. Just like it's nothing like crazy effects or anything. It's just like a nice touch. It's like a nice
Mm.
continuality. Like I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
thought it was cool. Thought it
I
was
would
cool
agree with
just
that.
like do the red spray paint and then like everything's red and like that's all right. That's cool.
Hmm.
As someone who has a camera, that hurt my soul a little bit, but I also
Come
understand it.
on, you know how they do that. They didn't spray paint the
You
camera.
don't know about that, Alex. They
Gosh,
probably didn't. They
come
actually
on.
didn't. No, they didn't. It was probably like a glass plane, and they just sprayed the glass plane, and
Yes.
they're
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
I was only a little hurt. Not completely hurt, but very cool. Let's see some comments here. Fluffy Snake said, dance practice for this is crazy. I totally fell in love with Sam there. Lovely Flower says Sam broke so many mics on stage because of this dance. Um, and do you know how many? Because that sounds pretty insane.
How do you
Um,
break a mic?
like
That's what I want to know.
I'm curious if it's like one of these mics or like a vocal mic, like just like a
Yeah.
normal mic. Lovely Flowers as the Pirate King video was a performance video. Yeah, Holla Holla was the first during the comeback. Um, Logan says probably controversial opinion, but I only like the pre-chorus of Holla Holla. That's pretty much the only reason I listen to the song. Interesting, interesting. Fluffy Snake says Hollow Hollow is actually the song that made me curious to check them out. And then when I saw the performance, I was sold. Lovely Flower enjoys the ending. And everybody says can't confirm it's no no harm to the camera. We love that. And they confirmed it was a headset mic. That's crazy.
Okay. Wow. So yeah, he must have really been
He must have
performing
been just like
with
really
his whole body.
full body workout, you know?
Dang.
Holy shit.
No, that's too much money.
No,
worth of
it's not.
mic.
Oh, if it's 7 million,
No.
oh no.
And this was early in their career. No.
No.
I don't believe that.
I feel
He's
like
pulling your leg.
He's pulling your leg. I feel like it's probably has to amount up to maybe 7 million, maybe, but that would still be a
7
lot of
million.
mic.
I would imagine like
7 million
all
won's like $5,000.
7,000 or 5,000. But I
it's
I
like
would imagine
$5,000.
like the whole group might go through that much money in mics, but not one person.
Oh, okay. Fluffy Snake corrected and said that not just that
Okay.
part, the whole over the entire.
That's
The whole-
believable.
all
That's
of it.
believable.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That makes more sense.
I was like, damn, my man's just going. He's giving you the all, 120%, you know, and some mics. So, they could also be custom mics, but even still, I feel like that's like Alex said, $5,000. I mean, like that's a lot. I feel
That's
like
a lot of money.
I feel
on
like
mic.
you'd want to be a little bit more cautious on that. But who knows? I don't know. I'm not a K-pop star.
Hey, you got to give the people the performance they want.
That's true. Yeah. I think he could be okay with breaking a few mics if he knew that, you know, people were going to come back, right? So, which they have. So, it's great. All right. Well, the next one we have on the list is Promise. So, we're going to get into that one right now. Still rocking the mullet, baby. Let's go.
I'm a fan.
Oh.
언젠간 닿겠지 꽃이 지고도 어둠이 널 삼키겠지 빛을 밝히리 새로 쌓기 트겠지 이 순간의 불빛 우리 감싸주겠지 우리 향한 시린 바람 담아가 질 순 없어도 화나 꿈 약속 항상 하나들과 내 온기가 너에게 느껴질 수 있게 해가 뜰 때쯤 어깨 너머로 빛을 보여줄게 어떤 어둠 속을 걸을지라도 사방이 막힌 길뿐일지라도 내가 했던 말 기억해 지금 잡은 손 놓치지 않아 너에게 난 약속해 No one take you down 너와 나의 promise No one take you down Don't worry I'll be there 별처럼 빛나 불려나 노래 석양이 부르네 이곳에 꽃이 필때 이 공간은 붉은빛으로 물드네 나와 함께 맞이하게 될 미래를 기대해 막을 수 없는 널 No one take you down 너와 나의 promise No one take you down Don't worry I'll be there 별처럼 빛나 No
I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask about that. Like, if people are just like standing outside.
Looks like real buskin.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Real buskin.
Real buskin. Oh, that's great. Very cool. Well, this was promise, guys. Anyone want to start? Should I start?
I loved Jungho hitting the Orange Justice at the end.
Everybody pointed right to him, and he's just like,
yeah, my personal favorite part. That being said, that's the vibe from the video. It's just fun, right? It's just them having fun. I think somebody pointed out they did this on tour.
yeah,
just cool. It's cool. Like they are, you know, finding cool spots in their travels to like, you know, do some shots. It looked fun. It looked like they were having fun. The song is like what, from my limited knowledge of ATEEZ, like as summer ATEEZ song as it gets, kind of.
That's kind of what I got. Yeah.
Nothing like particularly. I think with like the standard of like summer songs is kind of, with every group, is like usually nothing crazy, nothing outlandish, nothing too risky, but it's just a good solid song, like through and through.
Feel good.
And I think that's how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I would agree. Yeah,
this was like, I feel like this was like the precursor to Wave or Wonderland, because it definitely has that like beach sound to it, the very like summer vibes, like you were saying, and I can't exactly describe it. I know the exact beat that they're using to create that. I don't have words for it. The do 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 do. Yeah. I really like music videos that look like they're, you know, home shot with an amazing camera. But for K-pop groups, it's like a home video, and
low budget for them. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have to worry so much about getting the dance moves perfect or looking the best. They're just having fun and they're performing. But yeah, for people that might not know who they are, so that's really cute.
Yeah, I think go ahead.
I was gonna point out San, because he really stood out in this one, particularly his voice and his like performance. Oh, great job.
San crushed it. I would agree. I think my first inherent thought is just like, if I am just like out in public wherever they're like filming these videos at, and you just happen to see just like a bunch of like guys just like doing a bunch of like K-pop like dance moves, it'd just be like, what? They're out in the wild? That's crazy. You know, like, I think that's, to me, I think that's pretty insane. But I respect it, because it's just like, so like I think I've made it in a lot of comments on like previous videos that are like this, where it's like very like homegrown or like homemade kind of a thing, where it's just like, oh yeah, like it puts a smile on your face, you know. I think it gets to show off like more of their like personalities. I'd imagine it probably like makes you further extend your bias for who you already love already, you know. You're just like, oh man, I love him more now. That's great, you know. So I do enjoy these a lot, and they seem like they're just having a good time. I'm just curious if whether or not like the music is just like blasting, like if they're blasting like ATEEZ out in the middle of wherever they're filming this at. I'm just curious how they like go about, like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little too into the weeds about it, but I feel like, to me, that's like something that's like interesting to like. Obviously, you would have a large enough sound for people to kind of gather and see what it's all about, essentially. So, so I'd imagine they obviously have to be playing it pretty loud for people to be like, I've never heard this type of music before my entire life. Now I'm gonna go listen to it.
I don't know if it'd be the music that draws people in as much as, oh my god, K-pop, look at all these guys dancing.
Wow.
Yeah.
They know how to dance. That's crazy. Let me take my phone out. And then they do it. Yeah, I would agree with a lot of what Alex says. I think it's a very like wholesome track. You know, I think summer songs are like vibey, and they just, you know, like they just hit a part of the soul that's just like, damn, I'm choosing to feel today. So that's what this song.
We got a correction. It's San. Sorry.
San.
I've said it both ways before, and I just was mimicking. San.
San. Okay. That's cool. Awesome. A couple comments. People kept saying parts of the song remind. Logan says parts of this song remind me of Wave. Fluffy Snake says Yunho first stood out to me here, his voice, and now he's currently my second favorite vocalist in the group. Super angelic, very cool. Turbulence is another one that really they really love his voice in as well. Lovely flower comment on what Alex said, which is Jungle saw the opportunity, he took it. Love it. Logan says this is a song that I always forget, but fall in love with it every time I hear it. Fluffy Snake wishes that they would do this as a break song in between all the hard hitters. I feel like that would be really cool. I don't know if they'd ever consider doing it. Also,
I haven't sung this live. That's surprising to me because there's
pretty
choreography.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like I kind of get it in a way because it's just like it's not a hard hitter, you know.
I don't know. I feel like if there's choreography, there's a reason to perform it or like plans to perform it, you know.
Fair.
It's like putting a camera next to something. Like obviously there's something there.
Yeah, that is true. San has a beautiful voice, and then they did a performance video in the middle of NYC for Aurora, and they were surrounded by non-fans. Yep, I kind of figured as much. That would make sense. I mean,
we do have Aurora and Turbulence on this list, so we'll get to them.
Hey, let's go. All right, well, that's perfect time, perfect segue. Therese got me. We're going to be talking about Illusion next. All right, let's get into it.
푸른빛의 양 보라색 별 꽃이 춤춰 노래는 떠나 어디선가 말을 꺼내 We party all day 거짓말 같은 장관 눈 감았다 떴다 몇 번을 감았다 떴다 지금 난 마치 콜럼버스 기분 마치 반말하는 개구리와 거북이 빨간색 개나리의 바라기 지금 뭐 꿈을 꾸는 듯해 제발 don't wake me up 하루 이틀 찰나을 오늘이 며칠인지 몰라 나는 지금 어디 너는 누구 처음 느껴보는 이런 기분 지금 여기만이 paradise 모르겠고 일단 party all night long 푸른빛의 양 보라색 별 꽃이 춤춰 노래는 또 어디선가 말을 꺼내 밤새 걸어가서 party all night long oh yeah yeah 날 따라올래 너 날 따라올래 you 해 뜰 때까지 right 밤새 걸어가서 party all night long oh yeah yeah 천장에 별이 보여서 올라타 그 위에 빛이 따라 돌고 돌아나 아 뜨거 난 누군 따라 내 보랏빛 패러다 난 따라 들어왔네 죽었다 살았다 반복해 계속 누구도 억지로 맞춰 지나치 푸른빛 태양 아래서 눈부셔 부셔 꿈을 꾸는 듯해 제발 don't wake me up 하루 이틀 찰나을 오늘이 며칠인지 몰라 나는 지금 어디 너는 누구 처음 느껴보는 이런 기분 지금 여기만이 paradise 모르겠고 일단 party all night long 푸른빛의 양 보라색 별 꽃이 춤춰 노래는 또 어디선가 말을 꺼내 밤새 걸어가서 party all night long oh yeah yeah 날 따라올래 너 날 따라올래 you 해 뜰 때까지 right 밤새 걸어가서 party all night long oh yeah yeah 푸른빛 모래 아래 무지갯빛 바다 위에 그려볼까 더 환상적인 꿈 지금 여긴 뭐든지 아름다워 바다 위를 걸어볼까 무지갯빛 바다 위에 우리 손을 잡고 미친 듯이 춤을 추자 나를
Nope, we got a little more, I guess.
Oh, they're tired from all that partying.
Open your eyes.
Ah, I recognize that from their next title track, I think. Or
Oh, okay. Well, what do we think about this, guys?
this is one of those music videos that I liked the performance and the visuals more than the song.
Fair enough.
It was a cute song.
Okay.
It just, there wasn't much for me to grab onto. Like, it had a cute beat, it had a cute melody. Everything was kind of just a lot of eighth notes and bouncing around. But the performers, ATEEZ, were like eating it up. Like they were having so much fun. And this is definitely the cutest thing I've ever seen them do, because most of the time it's like pirate antics, or I don't know, cyberpunk antics, or
That's true.
like
Yeah.
something really hard. And this is very much like fairy forest mushroom
Cutie.
beach.
Cutesy.
It was it was cute. And I really liked like all of their little facial expressions when they're doing dance.
Yeah.
And but the song itself, I'm like, I could give or take. I think I'd prefer, which one was this on? Oh yeah, this was with Wave.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer Wave, but
Wave is
I
fire.
still,
Yeah.
you know, it's still, I like the music video a lot.
I would agree. Alex, you want to go next, and I'll wrap it up.
Sure. I'm basically just hitting the retweet button on Therese. Pretty much the exact same thoughts. I'll say, like, something that I'll agree, like, the beat was nice. I did like the it's like that sample you hear in a lot of K-pop where it's like that horn stab.
Stab.
Well,
I know
it's
what you're
hard to describe exactly what the sound is, but like the stab is like
Yeah.
the I guess like the musical term for like that quick horn sound you hear.
Oh, is
Like-
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that bum 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 bum, like
Oh, I
whatever
know
that,
like staccato.
yeah, it's pretty much like a staccato horn sound. Like you hear it in like Twice as Likey. You hear it on like a lot of K-pop, but that
Yeah.
was pretty much like the whole melody was using that, which I thought was actually kind of cool. That was interesting. I thought it was like fun on a beat. It was very like minimalistic. There wasn't a lot else besides just like the drums and that, which I thought was pretty cool. The one thing I did pick out from the video is like I feel like I don't know much about like what they do outside of like the personal activities or like side
Oh.
activities. I feel like they are all, or at least most, like really good actors, and I get that vibe from watching their music videos, but this one in particular, where like they do such a good job of showing their like emotions through the camera,
I agree.
and like
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
like interacting with each other really well, and like looking like they're very genuine through what I feel like is probably, you know, hours of filming, which you don't really get too frequently, I don't feel. So I thought that was cool. You can tell when a group is like genuinely having fun or genuinely like
Not
conveying
enjoying
their
it.
emotions
Oh.
really well. And this is a good video to see, to get that from them. So what
Yeah.
you, Brandon?
So I thought the song was interesting. I feel like some of it was like really dense, like the vocal structure was really dense, especially in the chorus. And I feel like that was really kind of interesting, and then in some parts it felt very open. Like some of the parts were like even vocally where like they just allowed a lot more space for like the song to kind of like turn and change and shift a little bit. So I thought that was a little interesting, considering like I feel like a lot of AT songs have just been like just run gun, like there's always got to be something going on in the mix no matter what. And I felt like with this song, it was like they gave a little bit more like time, like they gave a little bit more space in between like each vocal part, which I thought was a little interesting. I also noticed as well too, like it kind of gave me like, and I imagine maybe the theming of this mini album or EP or whatever you want to call it. I think that it has a lot to do with like it kind of gave me a little bit more of like the sailor type, like ocean type vibe. Obviously, having a song named Wave, like I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. But I felt like this song felt the most like, this is gonna be a weird way to describe it, but it felt like the most oceanic. Like it had like a lot of a lot of like ocean vibe sounds that you're just like, yeah, I would hear this at like a dock or something like that, which is weird. Like I know it's a weird way to conceptualize the song, but like just the way that it was like kind of written and like obviously the way the music video was like stylized felt very like obviously sailor.
You mean like the rhythm and the
rhythm
beat was
the
going
beat
like
was
a wave.
like a
Yeah.
little wavy.
I could
like
hear that.
some of the horns felt like you could hear like a boat horn like that. I don't know. Maybe
You're right. I think it is meant to be a boat horn.
maybe I'm stretching the rules.
No,
a little bit,
I'm on board now. This is
okay.
This is all in.
And I feel like because obviously they're all having like a good time. They had like the obviously the flying boat sequence, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm tying it all together for Therese here. So
yeah, you are for sure.
But that was kind of the vibe I got. I wasn't like, I don't think it's like the best song, but I also don't think it's the worst song. So in Alex's term of phrase, I think it's inoffensive. Like I don't think that it's like, I don't think it's particularly the best ATEEZ songs that I've heard since doing this, but I also don't think it's the worst ATEEZ song. I just feel like it's a solid song, and I think I have to go back and listen to Wave again and see where these align. But I think Wave might be. That
was the one with Hakuna Matata, right?
Is it? I think it might be, yeah. Which would make sense. Yeah. Which would make sense. Oh man. But
no, I remember. I know what Wave sounds like. At least the beginning. I just can't go through the whole song right now, but in my head. But I'll catch us up on some comments. Logan said "Illusion" is my comfort music video.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Totally get that. Lovely Flower said this was one of the songs that was a possible title track. We went over that. Squid emoji. Oh, I used to be 100% Team Illusion. It was only last year that I started appreciating Wave more, and now I changed teams completely. That's so surprising to me, who I really like Wave.
Yeah.
But I do think I remember there was a lot of talk in the fan chats on Twitter and stuff where everyone's like, man, I wish Illusion got picked. And I was like, why? This is such a good song. But to each
like,
their
oh my
own,
god,
sure.
I can't believe you would not be the same as me.
I don't understand. Their music
love that.
videos usually have lore-related things towards the end. Yeah.
We
tried
the hard
to
way.
figure out the lore. I think since we didn't really go in order, like we didn't go through the second music videos, we lost it. But we know
it's
they're
gone.
Pirates.
We know they're, yeah.
We know there's
boats.
We know there's some sort of compass
You know,
and
there's
an hourglass. Don't
Great
get me started
acting.
on how ATEEZ members were hitting the whoa during this era. Whoa! Yeah.
We love it. Well, very cool. Well, let's Lovely Flower says the lore is confusing. It's okay. I barely know it.
Yeah.
Crying emoji. I feel like that's kind of why we also don't really touch on lore, is because
I think
it's a rabbit hole.
we've learned by now.
We've learned.
It's better for everyone if we avoid the lore. It's better for everyone.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna get all in on it. I'm gonna figure it out with these with half of the puzzle.
Listen,
I'm
you're
gonna put it together.
All right. Well, Therese is gonna be our resident ATEEZ fan, and the next when they come back again, we'll have
So far, all I can tell is that they're pirates.
boats.
They're going somewhere.
Boats exist. They ship. You know.
Oh, and we did get an answer that four of the members were in a K-drama imitation.
Ah, there you go, Alex.
So, yeah,
It all makes
good
sense.
actors.
Yeah, I will say I don't know who had the like pink / reddish hair. Loved like the facial. I feel like whoever it is, their facial expression was
Pink
like
reddish hair.
on point.
Who is that? Who is
let
that,
us,
chat?
let us know in the chat, because they crushed it. I feel like I was like smiling ear to ear because I was just like, damn, they're really getting into it. I
Aw.
love it. That's so sick. I love when people like really get into it. I think it's Fluffy Snake says Hungjung
Hungjung? Yeah, if he was
in the beginning. Yeah, he's the one
if
with
he was
like
rapping, that's
yeah, at the beginning. Yeah. Okay, everybody's saying Hungjung. So shout out to Hungjung. Great acting / music video stuff. So thank you. All right. Well, this next one we're doing is Aurora. So let's get into it.
Ooh.
'90s boy bands called. They want their song back.
Yeah, is this a love song? I don't think I've heard anything like this from them. Hungjung? I mean, he wrote all of the songs, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
All right, guys, that was Aurora. I guess I'll start. I enjoyed this one a lot. This was a cool, very, very cool second title song. I like the kind of like at the beginning. I thought they were gonna be giving me like a slow, kind of like boy band, like '90s boy band kind of feel song, and then like the song shifted in that like first verse, maybe pre-chorus kind of section, where like they added a lot more of their like EDM, like a little bit more of an electronic element to it, and the song kind of shifted more into like kind of like a mid ground between like where they have like a lot of strong pop roots, but also at the same time like a lot of their like electronic elements, and then incorporating a lot of their ATEEZ elements into their music, of course. But I think they did a great job kind of transitioning that, where it didn't feel like an aggressive kind of ATEEZ song that I feel like I know and love from them, but still had like a lot of great energy to it that I would associate with an ATEEZ song. So I feel like it kind of worked in this weird in between of like it had a lot of energy to it, but also at the same time was like really a lot like melody focus. The vocals on this song were like really, really on point. And I also really enjoyed the choreo. The choreo was fantastic in this song. So that's kind of my sentiments. I think this is a 2 thumbs up for me. Enjoyed this one.
Guess I can go real quick. If I had a third thumb to give it a 3 thumbs up, I would give it 3 thumbs up.
Wow.
Yeah, this has been my favorite song so far.
Ooh.
Easily.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really fun. I've never heard this before. I was also expecting it to go sort of like the R&B kind of
Yeah.
more chill vibe. It ended up being I don't know the exact genre, but it gives me big Luna Butterfly vibes. Which is like my favorite song from them. So whatever that subgenre of like chilled out EDM is really nice. I like how I like the use of the strings. It made it like really beautiful. Without it being like a ballad. And I thought the choreo was really nice. I thought the vocals were really well done, especially like this is I think one of the first songs where I'm like noticing and pointing out other vocalists other than Jungho, because Jungho stands out so much because of his power vocals and his like high range, but the song is like the vocals are written in a way that it highlights other members really well, and there's a lot of really like shining vocal parts. I thought the rap parts were like tasteful. This is like a 10 out of 10 song for me.
Wow.
All right, let's go.
I'm definitely not as high up there. I think I'm
That's
lower
fair.
than both of you on this one. I
Wow.
think
It's
it might
okay.
just be a personal taste sort of thing. Like, this is a very delicate song, and that's not what I go to ATEEZ for. So even though they can pull it off, like they do a really good job of it. Obviously, Alex loves it, but it's not my favorite side of their music. I really like when they go crazy and when Jungho is destroying everyone with his vocals, and I was kind of excited at the beginning because I also thought it was going to be more like R&B, but it just sort of ended up being lighter, which isn't bad. It just wasn't something I'm excited for. I don't know.
You're kind of
I do hear like the Luna Butterfly vibes, and I really do like Luna's Butterfly song, but I don't know if this is my favorite ATEEZ song, you know? Like, Butterfly is one of my favorite Luna songs, but this is not one of my favorite ATEEZ songs, so to each their own. I think it was mostly the instruments they use, because the strings that they're using, it sounds almost award show-esque. And the da-da-da-da-da-da is a little bit grating on my ears, but definitely a personal preference.
When I hear the instrumental, like something, I think I can definitely understand what you mean. I think the thing that overrides that in the instrumental to me is like how much use they get out of vocal samples in the instrumental. Like vocal samples are basically almost the entirety of the backing track of the entire song, and it's not just like the high vocal samples. There's like lower ones.
Mix.
There's like ad lib samples in there too. It's really cool. It's like interesting. It's an interesting mix and an interesting arrangement to have like sort of like your kind of orchestral strings in this sort of like light EDM song, but then also have like backing vocal samples that you usually get with like a trap song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a cool juxtaposition for the instrumental, I think.
I would agree with that. I feel like I also kind of agree with Therese though as well. It's like I feel like Therese was like, man, I'm really hoping that they just kind of commit to like the soft R&B kind of stuff, and if they're gonna do that, great. You know, I'm gonna vibe out with that. But if like they're kind of doing like this in cross between like in parallel or like in juxtaposition of, it's just like I get why it would make sense or why people might not find as much enjoyment out of it, because like I said, ATEEZ, like I think of like Gorilla, like I think of like some of the more like super like chaotic like high energy songs, and like this I wouldn't associate ATEEZ with a song like this. Now, do I think they did a great job pulling it off? Absolutely. But I would agree with you. This would probably be a song that I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to ATEEZ for this song. You know, like if I'm gonna
Well, I think it's probably a case by case thing, right? Because you probably have a lot of people who mainly listen to ATEEZ
right
only, who for them this is great because this is a change up. You might probably have a lot of ATEEZ fans who might not go to listen
like
to like to I don't know, like G Friend or something when they want to hear something lighter.
Sure.
Like, they might just listen to ATEEZ or ATEEZ and a couple other groups. So to have them have some weirder or some more experimental or different kinds of songs is probably understandably to some fans like jarring and not what they want from ATEEZ, but to some other fans probably what they need from ATEEZ, right?
Sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. I also appreciate, I think for me it's like I appreciate their versatility, like as a group. Like I think if you can be like, if you're only specifically good at one thing, it like you're like, oh man, like I'm gonna go to ATEEZ because this is what I think it should be, right? But I think for the fact that you can write a song like Aurora and you can write a song like Gorilla and be like that diverse as an artist, I think that's really impressive. So to me, that's kind of what I take away from it, and that's probably why I really enjoy Aurora more, is because it's like, wow, just think about on like the scale of ATEEZ songs, like how far left and how far right these songs could be and still be like ATEEZ. So I love that, and they're crushing it. So I feel that in my bones.
Still a very good addition to their discography.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'll have to check this one out. Treasure EP3. All right, very cool. Some comments here. Lovely Flower says Hong Jung wrote Aurora. And then Fluffy Snakes commented on how young they look. And then Lovely Flower followed up and said he takes part in writing all of them, but this one he wrote most of it, I'm pretty sure. And then they said this one is one of the 40 songs he wrote pre-debut. That's 40 songs. That's crazy. Shout outs. And then normally Hanjung and Minji are in charge of their own rap parts, but they don't write entirely most of the songs. This one is an exception. And then comment just
thank you for that clarification, because I think there is some like misunderstanding in the K-pop community, specifically when your favorite member is on a track. It doesn't mean they wrote the track. I'm guilty of this too, but it does mean that they took part in the track creation. So it's like hard to tell who did what in the track unless you got into like the Comca credits or something.
Probably. And then Lovely Flower says, yeah, they have a lot of diversity in their discography. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. So it's good to see, and I hope that they keep expanding their horizons as a group. So very, very exciting. Yeah. I think it's time to move on to the next one, guys, which is going to be Utopia. So let's give it a spin. Heart of my life.
Does he speak Japanese? That was an impressive rap verse.
Yeah.
It's possible.
That vocal run.
Whoa.
All right, guys. That was Utopia. So very, very cool. I guess who does anyone want to start, or should I start?
You already started.
I've
Go
already
ahead.
started. All right. I love this song. This is probably this is my favorite so far. I think this one is number one right now. I think this is like this felt like vocal Olympics, and I'm all about it.
Ooh.
Because like there was so much great vocal lines going on, everything from like kind of like a low chest voice, everything up to like very like high, almost like obviously delving into like the falsetto sort of vocals. But yeah, this song was incredible. The rap verse is really strong, really powerful. I think again the melodies were on point in this song. Choreo is very fun. And I think just kind of the flow of the track really just like started off super well and kind of just continued to climb as we got to the end of the song. So I think from kind of like start to finish, it gave you a nice little journey. And then by the end of it, it was like you're on the peak of the mountain. So I'd probably say this one, I'm going to say like 12 out of 10. My favorite so far.
Okay, I'll say something because this was a very delicate track, which I guess we're in that album, so I'll give it a pass. But I did like it a little bit more than Aurora.
Fair enough.
I think you're right. I think there was kind of like an opera-esque to it, where it took you through a lot of different emotions, and it was it was well acted out in their voices. I was like, I wasn't even paying attention to the music video much or the choreography. I was just lost in the song, and I
Yes.
really liked it. Like the piano was kind of unique to them. Like I don't think I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of piano on ATEEZ tracks. So and then I will say there was like one portion after the second chorus, I want to say, that like the whole sound profile switched. I thought that my speakers changed and I couldn't understand what was going on. But other than that one snippet, and then I thought that was the bridge, but then we got another bridge or like the ending. And I don't know. There was a lot to process, but I enjoyed it.
It's a little, yeah, it was a little chaotic, but I think that's what I've come to expect from ATEEZ to some degree. So, Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. It was a very, very good song, very high energy. I enjoyed that it was like I don't know how to describe like the feeling that the chorus gives off with like that energy. It's like almost like it would be good like anime OST or
Yeah.
like video game soundtrack or something. It like has that energy to it that is like very makes me feel like I want to do something.
Climb a mountain.
That's like the only it's like the only way I can describe it. It's like it's like a very like infectious energy.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with
I
that.
really enjoyed it. I mean, the vocals. There was one point in the song where I was like, "Man, this is just a Jungho flex song. This is crazy."
It kind of is, yeah.
Like, man is just going off. But there was actually a lot of other opportunities for other vocalists to be highlighted. I think I pointed out. I think it was Mingy's rap verse that I
yes.
pointed out that I think it was pointed out in chat that most of the members can speak Japanese pretty well, or like to some extent. A couple of them are pretty basically fluent, but it was an impressive rap verse, like delivery wise, to be like I think it was like 95% all Japanese, and it was like really, really good. I mean, I can't say anything as far as like enunciation or anything goes. I don't speak Japanese, but it sounded very good and like it flowed very well. I'm sure it took a lot of practice.
It was hard to tell because I think Mingy just has that kind of like, sometimes it sounds like he's mumbling, even though I know he's not. It's the range that he's in that's like the mumble range, so it's hard for me to pick out.
That's felt. Yeah, I think. I'd be obviously. I feel like he would know it if he wouldn't be doing it if I feel like if he didn't know it well enough, you know. So.
Oh yeah, lots of practice probably.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard the song before. To be honest, like it's very good, and from what I can see in like chat and from the music video views, it seems like it's very popular. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen it or heard it at least.
Yeah, I'm also surprised. I also feel like ATEEZ is in like a special territory because like in terms of the groups we've covered so far, like I don't think we've really delved into something where like groups have had 2 title songs, I guess, or like they voted on like having more than one title song, to my knowledge. So I feel like that's kind of interesting in and of itself. I also feel like that's a little taxing too, because it's like, you know, you're like, oh well, we're gonna pick the one that obviously receives like the most votes, so it's like, you know, people are kind of fighting for that like supremacy of a song. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see how like if other groups do that in this, or this is just exclusively to like ATEEZ.
No, other groups do that for sure.
Oh, okay.
I think, Alex, were you the one that was educating me on Triple S?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I know nothing about Triple S.
I got into a different rabbit hole, but Triple S does that as well. But theirs is it's more voting with NFTs.
Oh no.
Probably the most probably the most ethical way you can. But still, yeah, that's the. There's other groups that do it.
Okay. Very
Yeah, I tuned out on Triple S when the whole NFT thing got introduced, so I
That's like a huge part of
wasn't
their
for me.
group now. It's kind of crazy.
Crazy. Well, if we ever decide to talk about them, then I feel like that will come up in some conversation at some point again. But some comments.
I think they're interesting.
They are in. Okay, well, we probably will cover them at some point. But Lovely Flower says Utopia is also from Treasure EP3. This video was their Japanese debut. That's very cool. I like it. Music video was also shot very well. I feel like I have to care to mention that as well. Logan says Utopia is my top 3 AT songs. Can't agree with that. I would probably put it pretty high up there. Though I would imagine I have to delve a little bit more into ATEEZ's B-side catalog. So give me some good ones in the comments or in the chat. I'll ask you again.
My favorite B-side is on this playlist, so I'm excited for that one.
Let's go. All right. Well, chat, send me
Granted,
in later.
I haven't listened to all of them, obviously, but
I have a bias.
the ones that I
but,
have listened to. Yeah.
Fluffy Snake says Utopia is a legendary song. One of the members and fans agree that it could have been a title song. I would agree with that. I feel like it has title track energy to it. And then to comment on what Alex said earlier, members can all speak some Japanese, but San and Yunho are pretty much fluent. And then a tiny Tonde one says this song live is amazing. All right, well, that's very cool.
We'll have to find out.
I have not seen ATEEZ yet, so I'm hoping to see them live this year.
They're coming around.
They're coming around. So, Therese. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna get into the next one, which is have no idea. We're moving on to Thanks with 2 X's.
Oh, this was my favorite. This was my favorite B-side for a long time, but I think there might be others now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into Thanks.
I think it was this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, now I'm not sure.
How are you not sure? It's your favorite.
I've listened to a lot of K-pop.
That's true. You do listen to a lot of K-pop. Oh, that's cool. insane.
Fun pants.
Fun
Love
pants.
the pants.
Pants
Fun
are on
pants,
point.
fun
Fun
set.
pants.
Wait, did we listen to a song? I was too busy looking at those pants. No, I'm just kidding. This was
Therese is
definitely
like, let
one
me
of
get
my-
a closer
this was-
look. Yeah.
This was the B-side that got me into ATEEZ B-sides. Because I think I watched this one by accident because I thought it was the title track. And I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. And then someone's like, that's not even the title track. I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Hell yeah. We love that. You want to add your thoughts?
I think I have a
Therese?
lot more now. Yeah, I really like it. I really like the string instrument they're using in the background. It kind of sounds like a Spanish guitar, but I'm not going to assume it's a Spanish guitar. It's very like the beat is very funky, but it's still very much like EDM. I like
Yeah.
it. It's high energy, darker sound, pure 80s to me.
Alex, you want me to go or you go?
I can go.
Okay.
I pretty much agree. It has like the classic ATEEZ sound, like the sound I would expect. I would say in like if I'm thinking of like newer ATEEZ, like a little bit less experimental fashion
Mm-hmm.
and more of like if I told like an AI to write an ATEEZ song, this is like the gold standard. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
This is what you'd use to train it.
It's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
It was really fun. I think it was Hungjoong and Mingi's rap verse in the middle of the song. It was really, really well done. Like both of them, like back to back, like two really, really
Yeah.
solid rap verses. I enjoyed. I think that was my favorite part. And the end of the song, not song related, but set related, where it was like I don't know, it almost started looking like Mad Max, like
Yeah.
pirate
Yeah,
Mad
yeah.
Max. And I'm like, this is insane. It's
kinda
like
hard.
really crazy set.
That makes sense because wasn't the other track also like Mad Max themed?
Yeah. So
Which one
was it?
Fluffy Snake said
Inception
Inception was the
or Fever?
yeah, Inception.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fluffy Snake said that she was Team Thanks and then switched to Team Inception last year. So then she was commenting about how their music taste has changed a lot since then. So I love that. Love that energy. For me, I really enjoyed this song. I will say the chorus reminds me of a song and I can't quite pick it out. Like there's some like the way that the melody is lined up is I have a song in my head and I can't like I know it has a similar feeling to it and I can't quite like point it out. I almost thought it was like a more sped up version of like Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake, but I don't know if that's like lining up correctly or not. But there is a song in my head that's floating around somewhere, like the fucking DVD sign that bounces and changes color all over the place. There is a song in my brain somewhere that's this song's lining up to, and I can't quite put it together. But I will say I enjoyed this song a lot. I love the rapping in this. I would totally agree with Alex. The rapping on this, I think, was probably one of the best in terms of AT songs that I've listened to. I would say like the trade-offs between the members are really, really great, and I think it seems so fluid and not that I feel like other songs of theirs haven't kind of given me that sort of vibe, but this one felt like super intentional. They wanted to have it like super clean, the transitions to be super tight, and I think they did a really excellent job executing that. But I just think the song was just a really like super high energy track, a song that I would typically associate with an ATEEZ style sound, especially for their title songs. I feel like they kind of do tend to do those more grandiose sorts of songs. So I like that is continuing on with that. And also in the music video styling, I couldn't get away from like just the like I felt like there was just like a ton of like color pop throughout this entire music video. And it was just like my brain was like going through like overload a little bit. I was just like, the music's like really high energy, the music video's like super bright and like really colorful. So I think
they like to up the saturation on
the
these,
saturation
for
is
sure.
cranked. Yeah, whoever is doing
Yeah.
the like the like post editing on this, man, they're really just like, oh, you asked for saturation, okay, we got you. But yeah, I think overall it was a really well put together song. I would be curious to listen to this stacked up against like some of the other title songs that I've listened to, just because I'm curious where I would kind of land this at in my like ATEEZ rankings of like their title songs. But I think this one is good. I feel like every time Fluffy Snake says she switches sides, now I feel like I have to go listen to the inverse of whatever song she's picking, because like intentionally I'm like, this is a good song, so I feel like the inverse of this also has to be good, and I'm gonna be like deliberating on which one, and it's gonna be that internal battle of which one's better. But yeah, this was great. Another really well put together AT song. I think like what I've noticed revisiting ATEEZ is like how, in terms of like more current AT songs, how they've become like that much more succinct in like their sound and styling. And I think I talked about it in part one, but like now I really get it, where like I'm like, holy shit, I'm like, they're really like really honing in on what they like want to do. And I don't know if this is kind of like, I feel like they kind of were always migrating to this point, but this was like, I feel like one of the songs where they're just like, yeah, I think we're going to do this. We're going to just like, we're putting all the eggs in one basket. We're rocking with it. And so I feel like that's kind of like the natural course correction for ATEEZ. So love this song. Great song. Some comments here. Lovely Flower says, thanks is one of my faves. I am in love with Hongjoong's rap. Agreed. Love their live performance of this song. Fluffy Sing says, same with Illusion and Wave. I used to be Team Thanks and switched to Inception last year. My music taste has changed a lot. Tiny says, some of my favorite B-sides are Desire, Win, Be With You, and Take Me Home. Okay, cool. I'll have to.
Oh, that's the other one I really like. Is Take Me Home.
Take Me Home.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
That was like right in the
feels.
What was it? Like it was the neutro trend. Oh, dude, that one hit so good.
Okay. Hurts so good. Fluffy Snake says, dance practice for Thanks is one of my favorites. They went nuts. I feel like in this music video they went pretty nuts as well too, but I'd be curious to see the dance practice. I'll have to watch that. Lovely Flowers says, same as Fluffy. I love the meaning of the song and the dancing, so amazing. Their charisma really stands out. And then to give some more B-side recommendations, Win again, Dancing Like Butterfly Wings, Precious, and Be With You, to name a few of my favorite B-sides. And then Lovely Flower says, Mist, Take Me Home, Precious, Dune, It's You, and there's way more, but those are just a few. I appreciate the comments. Well, I'll have to sort through these after stream, but we will move on to the next one here, which is going to be looks to be Turbulence. So let's get into this one.
떨어져 방향을 찾지 못해 방황의 원더를 날개가 꺾이고 입술려버려 무서워 지치고 지겨워 내 계속 멀어져 높은 곳에서 내려다본 세상은 두렵게 내 좁은 물음표에서 정답을 찾는 여행 떨어지는 waterfall 끝이 없는 freefall 거친 바람에 다친 마음에 세상은 내게 포기만을 택하라는 듯 끝없는 어둠만 이 끝에 우린 어디로 어떤 모습으로 무엇이 되야만 하나 단지 난 겨우 나이기도 벅찬 나인데 듣고 있나요 누군가 그저 안아줄 순 없나 우린 어디로 어떤 모습으로 무엇이 되야만 하나 또 어둠 뿐인 세상 속에서 하늘 위를 높인 나는 꿈 저기 보여 빛을 따라가 Hurry as a school weekend을 보고 무사히 도착하길 빌어 야간 비엔 I shine on my own 사람들은 그걸 별이란 불을 타니 그저 빛나면 돼 신령 fever 이 끝에 우린 여기서 지금 모습으로 무엇이 돼야 한다면 나는 내가 되기를 바래 너도 갖기를 듣고 있나요 누군가 가슴에 새긴 노래 우린 여기서 지금 모습으로 그걸 올려도 괜찮아 날 밤새는 마음 거친 성질
It's an airplane.
I was just thinking, no way he's about to fly.
That vocal run at the end, God
The vocals in this one, dang.
damn.
And that
Pop
sounded like a callback
off.
to Wonderland or Wave. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're stopping. We almost got into the next one, guys. Man,
I just thought, I was like, this man is running down an airplane runway. What's he doing? What
What
does
are
he
you
think? He's
gonna
an
do?
airplane? And then he
Yeah,
starts
what's he gonna
flying. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and it did.
I kind
Wow.
of had a feeling a little bit. I was like, man's running on an airstrip. What's the chances of him just taking off?
I mean, the video was so
Taking
like
off.
grounded and relatable until then.
Oh, he definitely was not grounded there. He was ready for
No.
takeoff.
He was
He was
in
clear for
flight.
takeoff. Oh my god. This was great. I was a little surprised there was rapping, if I'm going to be honest. I was kind of hoping the rap parts would have been like sung, surprisingly, because I know like in past groups that we've talked about, like I know like a lot of like rappers, shout out to Jackson Wang, like being real versatile. I thought for sure they were going to be doing some singing, which would have been really interesting. I thought it would have brought a different dimension to the track. So I think that was kind of the only like rough patch that I wasn't like really particularly a fan of. But I think the rest of the song really kind of made up for that. The vocal melodies on this song, like I think I could probably listen to this like 3 more times and really pick out different like vocal like melody structures, because there's so much layering going on in this song that I really, really love. And like, even though I didn't really know I don't know any of the lyrics to that song, I feel like you could just tell emotionally like it's a really gripping song. So I love that. And then my final sentiment is I love the acoustic guitar. I think that's what like kind of like tied it all together. It gave it that like emotional aspect to it, and like, you know, just set the vibes in the right place. So, you know, I think to me this was a very solid song. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yes.
I'm starting to warm up to this side of ATEEZ as we're getting into more of their.
You're gonna be like,
because-
these are my favorites. I love them.
I don't know about that yet. I still
Okay.
like a lot of the harder beats they have, but this was very nice, and I really like with a lot of like, there's always a slower song for a K-pop group, and it's a lot of times it's very sleepy and boring, but for ATEEZ, it's actually got a lot of build to it. So their little melody that's like da 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 da, it adds a little more to the build, and I don't know what the lyrics are, but usually that signifies kind of like a repetitive pattern of like, oh, I'm overthinking things, or oh, I'm going through my head over and over. So I'm wondering if that's what the lyrics are about. And I really like when that's utilized as a sort of like a musical element of telling a story with the melody rather than just relying on the words or the visuals. So I like this one. It's decent.
Alex.
I also enjoyed it. It's hard to really give too much of an interpretation of the song because I don't know any of the lyrics or like what it was about. Other than like the little subtle hints and kind of cues you can take out of the imagery. But for like, I'm surprised. This is like a ballad, right? I mean,
kind of
for
them,
them,
pretty
probably.
close to a ballad.
I would agree.
For ATEEZ at least. I think it was pretty well done for what I would expect ATEEZ to do for a ballad. I think it worked really well. I actually thought the rap parts were appropriate, and I think they were fitting. I think that, Brandon, you'll probably notice, I think, like, the more groups you listen to, that like there are rapping and ballads is, I think, way more common than you would probably assume.
Sure. No, I would agree with that.
Not to say like it should be or shouldn't be or fits or doesn't or whatever. But I guess I just see it as like I expect it. I guess that's why it might not be jarring or might not stick out as a negative to me. I thought it was overall pretty good. I think that like that scene at the end kind of
just a running the planes.
Yeah, where he starts flying on the runway. It didn't take me out of it, but it was really funny. It made me laugh in what felt like a pretty serious, emotional video.
I feel that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints. Thought it was good.
Oh, and I wanted to point out there was someone that was doing some really nice falsetto that had like a choppy blonde little mullet. So if anyone knows which member that was, let me know.
Yeah, also let me know, because I also agree with Therese on that. That was some of that high falsetto was chef's kiss. We love a good high falsetto. Some comments. Fluffy Snake says, this song hits even harder live. All the members shine vocally here. I could definitely see this being like a great live stage song. Tiny says, such a relatable and emotional song. Lovely says that high note is from Jungho and San, always hits. And then I kill for a Choi Brothers duet. Love their voices together. And then Lovely Flyer says, wait, I think there is another song before Turbulence. It's Eternal Sunshine. So maybe we'll
if
have
I
to
didn't
go
add
there.
it, I think we went over it in part 1, but
maybe
I could have messed up.
If not, we'll
it's possible.
A-Tiny says it's not sad, but more of a comforting hug. I would kind of agree with that. It gave me like a rocky situation. Well, obviously Turbulence, but excited to read more of the lyricism behind this song. Logan says this one was one of the first comeback after Mingy came back from his hiatus, and his parts came on. I started bawling my eyes out. I feel like if I was invested in the group, I would also probably be pretty sad about that as well. Lovely says another amazing B-side is Be With You. The rappers sing. It's a beautiful song. All right, that's one I have to check out in my free time. And then Fluffy Sing says, all right, you should have mentioned earlier, all AT songs have English lyrics. Yeah, I know we do typically we do turn the captions on, but sometimes they don't always work. So I'll try to throw them on, see if it clicks.
We hardly ever talk about the lyrics anyway.
We do
But-
normally, yeah. We don't normally talk about them, but I feel like maybe for that song we probably should. And then everybody was saying that was well, he thinks it. I didn't realize that was considered a mullet. Yes, it was Yano. It stood out to me too. Okay, very cool. Well, great song. I have to go listen to that when I'm feeling vibey. A little sad boy era, which is a lot. We're gonna move on to the next one here, which is Rocky. I don't know what specifies it being Boxer's version, but if there,
I think they have Rocky was an earlier track they did, and they redid it or remixed it. Let me look it up on Spotify, which I have open. Yeah, this came out with Eternal Sunshine, so we're at least getting one of the songs off that album.
oh no,
Yeah, I don't know what makes it Boxer's version. Maybe they're going to be boxing. I mean, there's a boxing club.
Could you be a little
I
bit
feel
more
like if
obvious,
it's called
Therese?
Rocky, if it's called Rocky, it's got to be about boxing.
Nah, I don't think so. It's about a rock. All right, let's
Oh, it is a Japanese. Yeah, you can see the
okay.
Columbia in Japanese.
Nice. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. All right, that was ATEEZ Rocky, the Boxer version. Whatever I'll have to listen to the original at some point. But anyone want to go first?
Sure. We love some good old guitar usage.
Yeah.
We love
Agreed.
the shredding. I was like thinking, I was trying to pay attention to instrumentals and stuff going on. I'm like, oh, the song has like a very Rocky vibe. And then I was like, oh, the song's called Rocky. Oh, the song's about. Oh, I started getting all. It started connecting so many. I feel like that
Rocky.
It's Always Sunny meme of Charlie Day like drawing all the red strings on the corkboard together. Like, I get it. I know why it's a boxing version. I get it. The vibe was very fun. The guitar usage I think was very cool. I like that they utilized like there was like it wasn't just there was really cool usage of like just like strumming the guitar like an open or like a chord,
like
and they would
chords,
like but then they would like down tune it, or they would like what do you call that, Brent? Like I don't know, when you use like the bar to like down tune
You pitch shift.
Yeah, it was like pitch shifted guitar strums, which were really cool.
Or detune. Detune, yeah.
Yeah, and then bring like the motif of like the solo back in for like multiple parts of the song was really cool. I thought it was fun. I always love one of my favorite dance moves that groups do is like that. I don't know. It's not a flip, but it's like a 360 jump kind of thing. Where, Therese, you have to know what I'm talking about. Like when they like kind of turn into like a full 360 jump, and they like land down on the ground like kind of hard.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just a backflip or like a front flip.
Well, they don't fully flip. It's like rotation.
They're doing like
it's like rotations. But every boy group does it at some point. And
where they're like ready to slam into you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they look like they're doing like a
wind up.
Spider-Man
It's like
move.
a wrestling move more than anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or karate,
Anytime a group does that move, I'm instantly like locked in. I'm like, oh my god, how are they so talented? How can they do that? Even though I know they all do it, but I love that.
It's a meeting of the minds. Yeah, I got you. Therese, what's your thoughts?
I like it. It's exactly what it says it is. It's a Rocky song boxer version. Yeah, I didn't notice the melodies that you were pointing out with like the triumphant song for Rocky, but it's definitely there. And I think they killed the dancing in this particular music video. Like,
Yeah.
I could always, and I know it's really good when I can tell every single time San is on stage. Like, that's when you know they're at their peak. And the members are just, they dominate. They're really cool. No other words.
I also I'll piggyback on what Alex said, or retweet Alex. I did enjoy like more of the rock elements, which Lovely Flower says that this version has the guitars versus the original, which isn't as intense, which would make sense. But I think that this song delivers on what type of energy you would expect, and obviously already knowing what Gorilla sounds like, I kind of knew that, or had the inclination that the Rocky song would have rock guitars in it or some sort of like element of that. So for them to kind of lean more into it, intentionally, but also unintentionally, I think it was really a smart move, and I think it obviously adds a lot of the elements. People already know, if they've checked out a lot of the Twitch videos or have watched our stuff on YouTube, is that like, you know, whenever I can find like a rock or metal version of a song, you know, your boy's gonna gravitate towards that, because that's just my bread and butter. That's what I like already. So to me, this one just kind of spoke to my like already inherent nature of enjoying like more rock based tracks. But I think the raps felt like a little bit more intense, which is always really fun. And I think their rap unit is super tight. And the vote like that, like the one, I think it's Jungho, but I'm not entirely sure. But there's like this vocal just like bend up. Like I think it's pretty much in a like chorus or pre-chorus or something. I love that. So big salutes. That's to me, whenever I hear a good vocal bend, you know, your boy is swoons. So I'm about
Jungho's
it.
got lots of them.
Yeah. So crushed it on that. Yeah, this is a good song. I enjoyed this one. I'll have to come back and listen to this one like when I actually go to the gym, and then I'll have to see if this really like just gives me that extra energy, you know. So see what happens. Couple comments here. Lovely Flower says Rocky is another song that Hung Jung wrote, which would make sense. And then as well as that, this version is a Japanese release. The original is from Zero Fever Part 3. Lovely Snake said, typical ATEEZ, hip thrust for days. Not much to say about this. Rocky is Rocky. Very straightforward. Could agree. Couldn't agree more. There was a lot of hip thrusting. I did notice that. So
I didn't notice.
shots to hip thrusting.
I was not as focused on the hips, I guess.
You know, as our lady Shakira says, the hips don't lie. So that was a terrible pun. I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is Paradigm. So let's get into that.
Crazy.
Was wild. That was a very Alex coded. That is a very Alex coded song if I've ever heard one. I knew as soon as you said this one's, as soon as you said I'm gonna love this, I had three thoughts rolling through my head. I was like, it's either gonna be a summer song, it's just gonna be a crazy EDM banger track, or some amalgamation of the two, which I was hoping it wasn't gonna be the third choice. So I'm glad it was the second choice. That it was just gonna be an EDM like intense song. That was right. It's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was crazy.
I was very surprised by this song. Never heard it. Never heard of it, honestly. I wasn't sure. There was, okay, so Elephant in the Room, there were really like squeaky sounds in there. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, like that. I got you. Yeah. I was in the same boat. Yeah.
I could not tell if I loved them or I hated them. But either way, they didn't give me a ton of time to process it, so I ended up liking them, if that makes sense.
It overrides.
So, like,
you didn't have enough time to dislike them.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to get annoyed by them, so I ended up liking them because they kind of added a electrifying quality to the song where like if the entire song is like a marble counter, it's like those veins of gold in in between the marble. And it added a lot of texture, and I liked that it added a lot of texture, so I guess I liked them.
I guess you did, yeah.
But yeah, I know I liked the rest of the song as well, so I think I really like this song.
I think you talked yourself
that's what
into
I'm
it.
learning right now.
Yeah.
I think
So
this is one of
Therese
those that
in the mirror. You like
you're
this
either
song.
drinking the Kool-Aid or you're not. Yeah.
Therese has to wake up every morning and tell herself, I love Paradigm. Paradigm is my favorite song.
I love Paradigm.
Yeah.
I love Paradigm.
Yeah.
It's the dissonant synth and it's the whispering for me.
That whispering got me. That was a little too
It's
ASMR
like
for
it's
me.
like the whispering before the drop, and then it's the drop with like the really dissonant, like sine wave.
Yeah. Sine wave. Yeah.
Synths going on with like, and then you have the end where it has like that everything kind of drops and it has like that lower breakdown section. There's just so much going on in the song, and it's like so chaotic, which is right up my alley. It just works perfectly for me. I've heard this. I've been familiar with the song for I think since it came out. I'm a big fan of the song. It's a regular in my my chaotic EDM Kpop playlist.
I should ask Alex for that playlist so I can see how
too many spoilers. Too many spoilers.
Okay, too many chaotic spoiler songs. I guess we'll have to go through the Alex coded playlist. I feel like I should do one where I should just make a playlist and then go through the Brandon coded playlist, and these are the songs that I enjoy. Maybe let me know if you'd like to see that. But this is I will say, like, considering that I come from like the heavy metal background, I kind of can find like the qualities that like those songs have, and like if I hear like a crazy like heavy dissonant sort of song, like why do I enjoy that, and why my love of that should also be translated to something like this is like heavy and dissonant but like in a different way. And I'm still trying to bridge that gap, so I'm going to try to keep going. But I think for this song, I was really impressed by a lot of like the different like vocal textures going on. There was one part where like post drop, I guess, they had like really like detuned one of the members' vocals, like they lowered it like a fuck ton, and it added this really kind of like low like sub bass, which I thought was very interesting. So there was a lot of like different vocal techniques that they used in this song that I thought were very interesting, and something that I haven't heard from ATEEZ as of yet. So that was really interesting to kind of nitpick that a little bit. I kind of agree with Therese. I feel like I'm not sure if I'm like really on board with the really like and then having like a lot of like that EDM like rumble kind of going on. I feel like, I know I keep referencing Gorilla, but I feel like Gorilla has that like right amount of like that like EDM buzz to it that I'm like, this is good, but then like it's meshed up well like structurally, where it doesn't feel like it's like the whole song is like that. So maybe that's kind of where maybe I have to have it in like spurts. That's kind of what I've noticed. But I think like there was a lot of cool like vocal elements that I'm hoping to give a little bit more love or a little bit more understanding, because I think the song structurally is very cool. But I really enjoyed the vocals, so I'm gonna have to really kind of take a little bit more time to listen. So I feel like this is a sleeper song for me. I think it's like one that I feel like I need to listen to more to get a little bit more appreciation out of. But I think there's a lot of cool like things going on in it that I haven't heard from ATEEZ as of yet, that I think I'm curious of whether or not it will ever migrate into like more of a AT stream of conscious like further down the line. Because this is, I don't know how old this is, not too old, I don't think. Yeah, a year ago, so roughly 2022, so like a yearish, something like that, so that would make sense. But yeah, I thought this was a solid song, but I'm gonna give it another listen later and let you guys know my full thoughts on it. But let's see. Fluffy Snake says, Paradigm is my song. Top 5 material for me. I feel like it's super underrated too. I'm definitely not salty that they never performed it outside of Japan. Nope. Something strict Japan copyright laws or something from what I've heard from other fans. Wow. Okay.
Wait, why? Wait,
That's
why
crazy.
Why would Japan copyright have anything to do with this?
Yeah, that's what I was
under
thinking.
KQ.
It's not a Japanese song, right?
That's what
No,
I
it was
was thinking.
Japanese.
Oh, was it Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's just not under in Colombia, which I think is their usual. Yeah.
That's a shame. I would be disappointed if I went to see them
And they
I
didn't play this.
didn't hear the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like this one would be one to see. Lovely Flower did say it is a Japanese song, so we did get the confirmation. So very cool. I hope they play this one live. ATEEZ, you know, if you were one of the many thousands of people that watched the first part, you know, listen, I know you come here, you watch the stream regularly, appreciate it. You know, maybe just throw Paradigm in the mix, you know, for when you know, tour the States. That was my plug.
So they don't leave. Do they leave all their Japanese songs out when they do a tour? They can't, right?
That's
Maybe
crazy.
the ones. I don't know. I guess it depends on who owns the rights to the song or the distribution rights to the
I guess
song.
I'm just wondering like what sets this song aside
From
being a
other
Japanese
AT,
song.
yeah, from other AT songs.
play
Yeah.
it.
Huh.
It's definitely just distribution. But I don't know what other Japanese songs they've performed, so.
Yeah. Fluffy Snake
Weird.
says hopefully they will make a Korean version so they can play it in other countries. Huh.
I don't know why you would like have a group under your label and give them a song that they can't perform live.
Yeah.
Like you make residuals off of them performing it live. I don't understand why you would limit it.
If you know,
Odd.
let us know.
I'm actually I want to look into that a little bit more.
Yeah,
That's
whatever you find
interesting.
out, let us know.
Maybe Alex will comment in the comments later on. We will find out. Or maybe we'll find out in the stream. Who knows? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, that was a terrible pun joke thing, whatever you want to call it. Alex is shaking his head in disbelief. So we're gonna move on to the next one, which is Wake Up. So.
I don't know why I added this song, but I must have had a good reason. So yeah, let's listen to Wake Up.
Okay. Let's get into Wake Up.
Do you hear my voice? Let's set you free. 뺏겨버린 모든 것 잃어가기 오늘도 하나둘씩 잊어가 잃어간다 사실도 Got no one to blame but I know that you're in pain 환상에 잡혀 거짓에 묶여 헛된 공간에 빠져도 허전돼 거짓된 욕망이 집어삼키고 돌아가 미친 듯 돌아가 기분이
So much going on. Ooh. Ooh, let's go.
Big gorilla vibes.
Oh yeah. Take a breath.
Ooh, these vocals. This is wild. What the hell?
They have
what a
such good taste.
What the fuck?
What a trip!
What the fuck
What an
was that?
absolute trip!
Oh fuck!
Damn. Okay, so I remembered this exact moment because when I first saw it, I was like, I don't remember this song, but it was already on the playlist because I started this when I heard a bunch of people wanted to make a part 2. So I'm like, I might as well just start putting things on there. And there was one night that I was really feeling this song, and I just added it on. I'm like, they have to hear it. And it was Jungho. It was all Jungho. If he didn't come in with those, like, oh my god.
You are so loud,
Literally
Therese. You hit the notes so high it completely blocked out all the vocals.
Yeah, I believe it.
You crushed it. We're gonna throw in Jungho's vocals over. We're dubbing Jungho's vocals over top.
Don't even. I could never even exist on the same plane as Jungho.
That was great.
Cool. Yeah, that really. When it first started, it sounded like an aespa song. Not gonna lie. But I love aespa.
I was gonna say,
everyone knows.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this definitely is more Therese coded. If anything.
I feel like you're not far off from Alex coded though, because for sure this is like pretty Alex coded as well.
We share a lot of the same flavors.
A Venn diagram, yeah.
Me and Therese on the Venn diagram is sometimes almost a circle.
Sometimes almost. And I am like the circle that's like all the way out here.
The separate circle.
Yeah, I'm by myself. Soon my circle will migrate over to your Venn diagram at some point. It's just taking its time. I love this song. This one like had all the the energy I was expecting. Alex surmised it pretty well and giving it the gorilla energy. It had a lot of gorilla energy, which I love, but like even like more like raw EDM like vibes in the song that just like took it to another level. Also I think vocally it was just like a mind fuck. Like there's just something about it that like there was so much vocal layering going on, and like I appreciate the fact that I love watching those videos where like they're able to point out like who's doing what and stuff, because it gives you like a better perspective on like all of the members. But holy shit, there was just so much like vocal swapping between like the different photos that I was like, holy, I'm gonna have like a seizure or something, because like there's so much switching going on, but it's so well antiquated in the song that you wouldn't even realize it.
Can you go back to the video real quick just so I can see
you got it, sir.
The members, so I can get my thoughts properly.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, my specific standouts here are one, Hangjun.
Yeah, of course.
Such an incredible rap verse. I typically like his rap verses a lot. Like his delivery is like my style for rappers. That's why I've gravitated towards him being my bias in the group, I think. Other than just being very charismatic, but specifically in this song, like, oh my god, dude, breathe, Jesus, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Like, that was such a fast rap verses, which is not what I'm usually used to for him. I think that he specifically, from the title tracks at least, or what I'm more familiar with, does a really good job of delivering like a really stylistic and like he has his own style in his rap flow. This was just like pure like speed. Like flex speed,
and it sounded good. Like, I'm not an expert in rap, but usually like with the really fast rap, it's not always on beat, but it sounded flawless.
Yeah, it sounded great. I really like that. And my second standout, which is somebody that I maybe caught my eye before, but I'm not sure because I'm still trying to match up like voices, faces, and names and stuff in other videos. But Woo Young had a
Yeah.
lot of the syncopated vocal parts where they were kind of like stop and go vocal parts, but
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were really, really beautifully layered. I think it was prior to the choruses, if I'm remembering correctly. I can't exactly remember where his vocals were, but they were really, really well harmonized. And I think it was him doing it every time because I paid attention the first time. I was like, oh, that was a good vocal part. And then it seemed like they gave that part to him continuously. So he sounded great doing that. I thought that was like a really cool standout section to me.
Therese.
Oh, did I not talk about this?
Oh, you do.
I'm just reveling in it.
Okay.
I'm like, if I didn't say anything, all I can say now is like, this hits. This is like a late night banger that it woke me up.
I'm fully awake now.
Yeah.
I'm never sleeping.
I don't know about you guys, but if you ever get into like that mood right before bed when you're like, I want to do something else, it's not quite time to sleep, and then you just listen to music, it hits way harder than like any other time of day for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, Therese is in like a blanket and is just like it's cozy hour right now. We're chilling with the fam, you know. Yeah, I think for me, like, this one just kind of just had everything that I already loved about ATEEZ, but like we're turning the dial up to like 12 now. I think just like the vocal delivery, the rap delivery, I think the way this song was structured also too was just such like had such a lot of great momentum going further, and I was like, man, are they just gonna keep this, like, how are they gonna shift this energy, or how are they gonna be able to like make this song like go even crazier, and then having it have like that really kind of like strong EDM like fist pump like just like rager part at the end of the song was just like all of that extra pent up energy that you have like for the good like 2/3 of the song. That last 1/3 of the song is just like, all right, we're gonna fucking go, we're doing it. Like, I feel like it's kind of like if you've gone on like a long like run and you're just like, I'm spent, and then like you hear a song that you just love and you're just like, oh my god, I have so much more, like as Therese says, the like nighttime energy. Like I feel like this is like the song that's just like it's gonna motivate you to like go punch a hole through a wall or something, you know. Like, so to me, I think this one just encapsulates the like strong energy, and I would be very surprised if they don't have this on their set list to play live.
Oh, they gotta.
Because
and I'll go to the concert just for the song.
Because this is a bumping song. So if they're not like shaking the fucking festival grounds or wherever they're at with this song, like, you better damn pick your feet up and be jumping, man. This song is like there's no way. Like, I was just like kind of just doing this the entire time, and I was like, there's no fucking way people are chilling. Like, I feel like ATEEZ is like the running gun. We're gonna fucking get to the finish line first. We're gonna do this shit. We're gonna go hard and ask questions later. And I think they did a great job. So that's, to me, this is numero uno right now, for sure. I don't think this would be a very hard song to beat. So unless you have unless you got a back pocket song, Therese, I think this is the number one for me tonight, for sure.
No, the next one is the last song, I think. The unit song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to get into some comments real quick. Lovely Flower says this song's amazing. A Tiny says wonderful song, so powerful. All 6 tracks of Outlaw are unbelievably good. I'm gonna have to give Outlaw a listen if this is on Outlaw. Loving Snake says, not 100% sure. This was in comments to that Japanese song. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on why, but the kicker is that fans aren't allowed to film it at all during Japanese concerts, which I think I'm pretty familiar with. That's probably why, like, I mean, I know, like, there wasn't, like, a lot of Passcode live videos out. I remember Alex and I went to go see Passcode, shouts that band, but there wasn't a lot of video on them live other than, like, DVDs, so that would make sense. So it's really hard to find live performances of Paradigm before they are taken down. That would make sense. He Tiny says Hunjung's rap, 10 out of 10, would agree. Lovely Flower says, when I first heard this song, I was sent into another dimension for real, like mind blowing. I would agree. I cannot wait to see their set list for the upcoming tour. The new music they've released last year is going to be crazy. This song is wonderful. I can't imagine how crazy it'll be in concert. And then typical ATEEZ giving people break the wall energy. Yeah. That's facts. And then all you guys did not have Limitless on your playlist. It's another Japanese release. I feel like we
actually did, but this was one that got blocked by YouTube. So
yeah. So
because I do like I pre-upload a lot of these to make sure that they're clear, and that one did get blocked.
That's big sad. Maybe we'll throw it in on the end or something. I don't know. But this last one is it Mats? I think we talked about this on the last.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for.
It's Mats. If you know what it is, let us know. But
turn on the subtitles for this one.
We will turn on the subtitles. Lovely Flower says Mats is the name of the song that Hunjung and Sunghwa made for their duo. Okay. Very cool.
Let's go.
All right, let's see if these subtitles work. Oh. Lore.
Why Hongju always got a fuzzy hat? Always. Is he cold?
I fuck with the vision.
Don't question the drip.
Alex is in his element.
Alex is in an element.
So whack. I go right and shake it on that man. I go in and 어지러웠대. I go in and We are fire, we are man. We carry 터져버려 어떡해. We are fire, we are man. We carry 터져. I carry turn up. We are fire, we are man. We carry 터져버려 어떡해. We are fire, we are man. We carry 터져. Light it up. Drop it. Drop that.
We're going straight to the breaking news concerning the two men that disappeared after the fire set on stage due to arson. Where are they?
Nice. All right. That's it, guys. That was ATEEZ and Mats.
Was the first
I know.
recommended video.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's watch it, guys. We're going to watch that next. That's our next video to watch.
Oh my god.
Hey,
These
listen. I respect.
variety shows are out of control.
I fuck with that. As someone, shout outs to my sister, as someone who had to play Pretty Pretty Princess with her as a kid, I can say that's a flex. So I like that. Anyway, that was Matt's ATEEZ official MV. I assume these are unit songs, right, Therese?
Yeah, they did a bunch of unit songs on their latest album, except for the one I sent you that was just Jung Ho.
Respect.
He is the unit.
He
is a whole unit.
He is a unit. Yeah, he is unit. I love it. Well, yeah, I feel like we'll save Alex for last because I want him to just
He
stew.
was feeling it.
I want him to stew.
Oh no, what's the eyes?
No, I'm just kidding. I'll let Alex go first. Alex,
Nah, go ahead.
I think for me this was great. This was like everything that I was expecting from them, to be honest. I was like, this is like a rap unit. I'm expecting them to go hard as fuck, and I gotta say they went hard as fuck in this song. Like there's no way they could have made there's no way they could have made this song harder. I think like just the way that the instrumentation worked out, that like insanely crazy like song like transition / switch up at the end of the song was like like very akin to like a breakdown almost. But man, it was crazy. The rapping skills that they possess is wild to me. Like as someone who can't like rap by any stretch, I think it's really impressive how they like just are able to kind of string all of that along together, because like I can barely speak as it is on a normal basis, so for it to be all sped up and to try to remember like your vocal lines or cadence or like inflecting more and stuff, and I think they just kind of like they put a lot of great energy into this track, and I think they delivered on it, certainly. So I like this one a lot. Therese?
This was one of the instances where I liked the song on Spotify more than I liked the music video form.
Wow.
And I think it has to do a lot with the styling. I made fun of the Hongjoon furry hat a little bit. I think it's actually really a good style on him. I think he kills it every time he wears it.
I'd agree.
But throughout most of the video, they're in these like heavy fur jackets. They got grills. They got like Sungwon was wearing what looked like underwear over his pants. And I get it. I understand that it's a flex song and they're flexing.
They are flexing.
But what is it, Alex?
Let me add. No, you're not missing anything.
Let me add.
No. I just want to ask, because you said you've listened to it on Spotify. I want to ask, is the part of the song where there's like that like vocal that pause with like the sample, whatever, is that also in the Spotify version?
I don't remember it.
I guess what I'm asking is like that change at the end of the song was very
abrupt,
jarring
Yeah.
compared to the other part of the song. Did you feel that when you listened to it on Spotify?
Oh, it is in the Spotify. I'm listening to it now. Yeah, it's I thought that it was the next song, because it's at the
Yeah.
very
Okay.
end.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Mm,
Yeah, it's in the Spotify version too.
that's fair.
But yeah, I wasn't buying the whole flex with all their styling. I think I remember last video I made Sunghwa my bias, and in this video I'm like, definitely more Jungho today. And it's not because I don't dislike Sunghwa. It's not because I dislike Sunghwa. It's just because I think the things that I appreciated in the title tracks that we covered were better presented for him. And
Sure.
in this song in particular, it definitely feels like a heavy influence of Mingi rap, which is not like Mingi has his own style of rapping. He's very like deep and like boulderous. I don't know, but I didn't expect Sunghwa to adapt that style. I kind of expected him to have a little bit more of his own style, and
Oh, not like
I
a
didn't
bull in
hear
a
a lot
china
of that.
shop kind of. I got you.
But it wasn't bad. None of it was bad. I like the Spotify version, like I said, but it's kind of, I think I still also kind of see them as kids. So it's hard for me to grasp, like, oh yeah, they're flexing because they make a lot of money. No, they actually make a lot of money. Like, obviously, they're going on like 4 world tours. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I like the song still. I don't know if I like the music video as much.
Fair enough. That. I respect that take. Alex, you were pretty hyped about this song, I think.
I was for a little bit. I love that gritty bass they used
Yeah.
the whole time.
Great
That
time.
that bass was amazing. Really cool instrumental choice. Very happy with my bias, Hongjun coming through again with solid, incredible rap verses.
Ayo.
I thought Sunghwa's were good. Not quite on Hongjun's level for me personally. Something that I don't know if it's a negative or a positive. I don't know. Notice they were wearing grills in the video, and it sounded to me like they were wearing the grills when they were recording the song too, because of their like enunciation on everything.
That was a little off.
Like
Yeah.
I know. I mean, honestly, if you go back and listen to the song, like even like their English phrases and even some of the stuff they're saying in Korean, it looks like they're
It's a little
like
off.
it sounds like nothing is enunciated completely, like fully. I don't know
Like
if
a
that was like
mumble rap
intentional,
kind of thing.
if it was supposed to be a mumble rap thing, but it's funny that they're wearing grills and it sounds like they're rapping with grills in.
That would be really funny if we get the behind the scenes and they're
and they're
in
just
the
like,
studio
yeah,
with
so
grills
the
on.
grills just
That
on,
would be
yeah.
really funny.
That'd be amazing.
I was loving the song until that change up after that vocal after that sample was put in. I'm not against like a change for like an end of the song or something. It didn't sound like the same song. Like ATEEZ has done that style of like a, I don't know, like a finale or like an end of song change way better than that in the past. So that to me was a little bit of a downer on the song for me. But I would still listen to it. Still put it in a playlist. I mean, it's very good.
I think I liked the change up. I think I liked it only because it was just like a completely like right hand hook where you're like, holy shit, this song's like taking a complete 180 in a different direction. I don't know. I thought that was odd.
Maybe just listening to it, I would like it better or something. Maybe there was too much going on with like the change and the video and everything.
That's fair.
Not sure.
I think I didn't get time to hate it. It went by so fast, and it was at the end anyway.
Like Paradigm, you didn't have enough time to decipher
yeah.
it, so
Yeah,
you like it.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a paradigm situation all over again. Some comments here. So the Japanese song, it says, damn, typical Japanese songs. Just gotta say, Limitless is my top 3. Sam's voice is insane in that one, so good. I'll have to check it out. Lovely Flower says their unit songs from their latest album are literally so good. I love their rap. So happy Sunghwa got to show off his rap skills again. Sunghwa has a crazy range, and it's crazy to think that he is also an amazing vocalist. Fluffy Snake said, filming music videos in Korean winter. Ha ha ha. I actually agree that I prefer listening to it on Spotify. The music video kind of brought me out of the mood for some reason. Maybe the video moved a bit too fast for me. I would agree the pacing is a little bit, especially in some spots, it can be a little too eye-catching. The change up actually is my favorite part of the whole song. I wanted to go on longer. And then Lovely Flower says, at first I didn't really vibe with the change up as well, but then after a little while it grew on me. I think that's probably, like, I would imagine most people's sentiment on the track, but I don't know. I thought
I mean, for
good.
sure. I've only heard it once, so.
Yeah, we've only listened to it once, so maybe it's a grower. But yeah, that's our ATEEZ part 2. I don't think we have any. That's the end of the line here for our MVs here. So, thank you for joining us. If you want to, again, once this is posted live, if you want to just drop the comment, if you made a comment here in the chat, comment on the video and let me know other B-sides I should check out, because I always go and do that. So please send me some more to go give some love to. As well as that, thank you to everyone that voted. Our next group that has been assigned to us is Mamamoo, which has been one that I know everyone has been patiently awaiting for us to delve into. Some of you are very surprised that we have not delved into Mamamoo yet. So, listen, we're starting the year off right with some Mamamoo. So, very excited. And then we'll get into TXT, Kepler, and Weekly in the coming weeks as well. I know there's some decent amount of comebacks in January, which Therese assured me that January was going to be a slow month, and it doesn't seem like it is. So
this is slow.
I guess this is slow.
We also have ITZY on Monday,
yeah.
I think.
ITZY on Monday, yeah.
And
we have ITZY and all their solo songs too.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, I remember seeing that they were really short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Twice is coming up soon, which I'm stoked. Twice is one of my favorite groups, so I'm very excited. I think that's mostly it. There might be a few other ones.
We got Yena, Limelight.
Yeah.
We didn't
I don't know if you
into...
guys care, but B1A4 was like one of my favorite first K-pop groups.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They're coming back on the same day as ITZY too.
Hey, we got Sistar.
Sistar,
we do have
this
Sistar,
month.
yeah.
I love this. I love this era of just like anyone that was in K-pop at any time can come back now.
Anybody is welcome. Yeah.
Anyone.
Even you, Meatball. You're welcome. At some point. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We will be joining you all on, I guess, Mamamoo Monday is what we're doing it on Monday, I guess. I don't know how long the playlist is going to be or how many parts it will be, but we'll at least get started on maybe. Yeah, I think we got a couple more. Lovely Flowers says, this is completely unrelated, but if you guys ever want to check out a soloist, you should definitely check out DPR Ian.
Love DPR.
Okay, well, that's an Alex approved one, so maybe we'll wind up doing that. But yeah, we will probably wind up breaking out the soloists again at some point. Maybe once there's more soloists doing stuff.
No, there's plenty.
Oh, there's plenty.
We could get in right now.
I already talked about my Queen Taeyeon, so
Yep.
I talked about our Lord and Savior Taeyeon, so but yeah. Thank you guys for watching part 2. Thank you for screaming at us to do part 2 for ATEEZ. So if you liked the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you're here on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow so you can make sure that you don't miss out on any streams we do. Typically, it's a Monday, Wednesday thing. And Alex is back from the grave. So, we're going to be back on the K-pop horse, as some might say. So very excited. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll tune in for the next one. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.